Yo, you are now prescribed with the realest, where we say the things your friends won't say and your man gonna lie about. Y'all already know it's your boy Dewey. He's back. You feel me? I'm back in this building. I'm sitting here with two very, very special guests, two entrepreneurs, two women about their business. All right. So go ahead and say y'all's name. So we start with you. What's your name?
Kennesha.
Okay, what's yours?
Jada.
Jada. All right. So before we get started, y'all, actually, let's back up again. So how was y'all's week? How was y'all's week? This last week, how has it been for y'all? Before we even jump into the show, let's talk a little bit. Let's get comfortable. How was y'all's week?
This past week was pretty lit. I just bought my grandmother's house.
Oh,
so,
period. A bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was pretty lit.
Yeah.
That topped off the week for me.
Yeah, okay. Buying Granny's house.
Sure.
All right, let's go. I wish I had that, but I don't.
I don't, but
right.
It's cool. I made a lot of money this week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You make some money?
Made some money.
So y'all both been in y'all's fucking bag.
Period.
All right. My week, let's see. It was actually, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be dramatic. It was good. You know, I set them up like to get on the show. What are some other things that I did this week? I did not get a haircut, so I'm not happy about that. Did I do anything positive this week?
Your beard looks nice.
Thank you. You feel me? Don't tell me that. But nah, I think just for real, trying to figure out some things I want planned for the podcast and stuff. So I worked on the podcast, trying to get caught up at work. So I mean, I think I had a pretty decent week. But before we get into the waiting room, which we're gonna play our little game, I want y'all to tell me a little bit about yourself. So I'm sitting here with Kennesha and Jada, but what do y'all do?
You want me to go first? Oh, you looked at me, so you.
Yeah, I mean, it can be either y'all. You know what I'm saying? I can direct it. You feel me? But what do you do?
So I'm Kennesha.
Mm-hmm.
If you follow me on Instagram, you know me as Kennesha Nycole.
Okay.
I'm a fashion designer.
Yes.
That's a little bit of it. You know, I just be out here making clothes.
All right, Jada.
That's what's up. Okay, so I'm Jada.
Mm-hmm.
I run INDI Media.
Okay.
INDI is a platform for young artists to express themselves. So I manage artists, I develop artists, and then we create, opportunities for artists.
Yeah.
And we also have a clothing line.
Okay. I like that. So clothing line, businesses,
Energy.
Entrepreneurs, money.
Sure, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
let's go ahead and move into the waiting room. So with the waiting room today, y'all, I'm gonna just let y'all know we're gonna talk about. The question is, are you really on my level? So I know a lot of y'all out there messing with motherfuckers who really ain't on y'all's level, and y'all might not be on their level either. All right, so we're gonna talk about, are you really on my level? And I thought it would be great to bring on two entrepreneurs, two people that have their own businesses, because I'm sure when it comes to dating, when it comes to friends, it might, you know what I'm saying, it's an up and down about levels and relating to people and things of that nature, because everybody don't understand the grind, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give y'all 4 different occupations during this game. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say the occupation, and then y'all kind of give me y'all's opinion on who would level out with this person. How would we consider this person to be on their level? All right? Y'all kind of understand where we're going with it? Give a characteristic. Be like, I ain't going to give y'all no answers, but we're going to go with it. All right? So look, matchmaking one-on-one. All right. So we have a lawyer who struggles with their money and has a bad spending habit. What are some characteristics of a person that you feel like will match up or be on level out with this person? What are some things a person would need to level out with a lawyer who has a bad spending habit?
I mean, I feel like a lawyer with a bad spending habit needs to date an accountant.
Ooh,
Okay.
I was saying the same thing.
I
I
like
was going
that.
to say the same thing.
I like that. Okay, because the accountant is good with money.
Yeah, they
Okay.
balance out your money.
Okay.
Yeah.
They should be able to help you. If you a lawyer and you're dating an accountant, y'all should be able to figure out a lot.
Right, like,
Shit would be all the way good,
Y'all should be
right?
able
Power
to get that
squad.
together. Yeah.
So look, I wasn't even thinking an accountant. I was just thinking about somebody who is good with their money. Another thing that will put you on their level, maybe you need to date somebody who got a little, because a lawyer, I feel like a lawyer is very like prestigious. A lawyer is very calculated. You know, their job is like research, things of that nature. I feel like you need somebody that's free. Somebody that may be a little free spirit that can get you, that can kind of lighten
Loosen
you up.
a little bit.
Loosen you up, yeah.
not
make
if
you...
they ain't making no money.
No, Low key, they need to date somebody that's cheap.
Okay, why?
So that way, because if they have like a crazy spending habit, somebody that's cheap gonna be like,
chill out.
Whoa,
right.
Yeah, like you're doing a lot. You need to chill out. We're not doing that. We don't even need to buy that this week. You just bought something.
Exactly.
Like, let's chill out. We don't need to buy something at Lennox every weekend.
Period.
We can go to.
Oh, Lennox was soft plug because you was in Atlanta. It was a little soft plug.
I couldn't go because they closed at 7. I probably couldn't afford it anyway.
So basically, somebody that's cheap and somebody that's good with their money. Yeah. All right, next one. I'm just throw it out there. A rapper. Who would level out with a rapper? They on the road. Jada, you said you produce artists and shit. You feel me? Who levels out to a rapper?
Hey, a rapper needs to date a therapist.
Not a therapist.
No cap.
No cap? They got a lot going on. Okay.
A lot of emotions there.
Yeah.
I say any artist should date somebody, not a therapist literally, but somebody who's definitely good at balancing out your emotions. For sure. Because it's a lot going on inside that head. Okay. All the time.
That's a good way of thinking about it. I did not think about that.
I did not think about that. I was completely the opposite way.
I was all the way left. Yeah.
An influencer. You need to find a bad bitch on YouTube because I feel like that's who they date. That's true. They date bad bitches on. They seen them somewhere.
But you know what's crazy though with rappers?
Or sometimes they be leveling these bitches up though.
I was gonna say with rappers, I be seeing a lot of rappers with some crazy looking baby moms. So I don't know if they
that was before the come up.
That's true. That's true. That's
we didn't get there yet. That's when I was just in the basement.
That's when I was.
I wasn't in the studio yet. No, I wasn't.
Yeah. All right. Bet. Next one. Fast food manager who lacks communication skills. I know that shit does not even sound right, but a fast food manager who lacks communication skills.
I think honestly that could be anybody who has a 9 to 5.
I'm about to say anybody,
any normal regular person. Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody who over communicates because then it might balance y'all. Okay. Because if you're not good at communicating and not over communicate, I'm sure at some point we should be able to figure something out. Because if you still not hearing me and I'm over talking, I don't get it.
For sure. They the phone store manager.
You said a phone store?
They work at Sprint.
We balance each other out. We both got to work on Saturdays. You feel me? It's a struggle. Like
we might have to go in on Sunday because it's retail. But it's only 12 to 6.
Right. No big deal. We'll be back home. You feel me? We'll be back home. All right. Y'all are dumb, bro. All right. So the last one. A stripper at night and a self-employed lash tech in the daytime. Nice. You feel me? Who gonna level out to a stripper at night?
A barber.
Hey, that's fair.
Hey, that is fair enough. Quick money, right?
Yeah, y'all both making quick money.
Clientele, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay,
you
I
got
like
people
that.
in and out. Your little lash step is in with my barbershop, and then you might just go dance, but you not about to be dancing forever. No, I'm not with it.
Right? Yeah, like we got.
But let me just say this: my dad is a barber, and he would not be on that shit.
He's not on that shit at
all. No, I'm not even going to the strip club to find nobody.
Nah, baby. Like,
but still, I think they match the most.
Okay, so you're saying a barber because they both.
Most barbers is drug dealers. Let's be real. They be having some side shit. You know they be doing side shit.
Don't tell they secrets.
So basically, if she a lash tech and a stripper, she doing side shit. So they both just got too much side shit going on.
So she need to be with a motherfucker who got a side hustle.
Yes,
period.
Exactly.
Okay, you agree, Jada?
I totally agree.
Okay.
Yes.
She don't got to say like, look,
that's it.
Kennesha finished that
she
shit.
Got it.
All right, y'all. So that was good. I'm proud of y'all. You feel me? I'm gonna give y'all a little clap. That was good. All right. So we about moving to the office, y'all. Like I told y'all, we are talking about, are you really on my level, right? We are talking about being on somebody's level, matching up with them. We're going to hear from 2 entrepreneurs, you feel me? So I don't know if y'all have seen it, but on social media about a couple weeks ago, B. Simone, which we just watched to refresh ourselves and shit, B. Simone was talking about how she can't date a nigga with a 9 to 5. She wants to date somebody who is an entrepreneur, who kind of understands that lifestyle, who understands that she can't, what did she say? Something about 3 a.m.? She said
up until 3 a.m.
Yeah, she up until 3 a.m. She wants somebody to understand that. You feel me? I don't think she really fucking with a nigga that has to clock in, which is cool. So, how do y'all feel about that? We're just going to start it off. We're going to start it off real raw. Give me what you feel about that.
Now, I feel like I'm biased. I'm half and half because I kind of feel like, well, damn. If the nigga really fuck with you and this is somebody you really kicking it with, if you up at 3 a.m., shit, I'm up at 3 a.m. Even though I know I got to get up at 9 because I'm with you and I want to see this get somewhere. So I feel it on that side, but then on the other side, I do understand where a lot of times when you are on you want to be an entrepreneur and you have somebody that's a 9-to-5, that's like me and my mom. Okay. Night and day. Right. My mom wants stability. Right. She wants 401k. Yes. She wants to know that you have this. Meanwhile, an entrepreneur is like, well, I might not have insurance for a minute.
But we gonna balance it out.
Real broke for a minute.
For a second.
Right. There is no 401k. Yeah. You know, you're really solely making that money yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, like when you're in college, dating somebody who's not in college
is different.
It's hard because they don't understand that. Yo, I had a class that was 3 hours long and my homework is 6 hours long. Right. And you just trying to kick it because you don't have nothing to do.
Right. Yes, exactly.
But I have to study. Yeah. So it's
really like understanding the lifestyle. For
you
real.
Gotta understand it. If you don't understand it, we're not gonna work. But if you get it,
then we work.
You also are, some people work a 9-to-5 and they, might have dreams to be doing something else. So you might inspire them. Yes. Right. So I'm not gonna say that at all.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it goes on like what type of an entrepreneur and what type of a 9-to-5er you are. Okay. Cause and then that will go into your values of,
facts.
Your personal, what you're putting into the relationship. Okay. But I mean, I would definitely say it's a little judgy just to say the statement. Cause like you're saying, like it could be like y'all was dating each other as kids or like y'all was aligned in college and like did different routes or some shit. Like you never know. Right. But I feel like if it's just like I met you off an app or some shit, or I just
I met you on Tinder. I met you on Hinge.
Then we have to align ourselves to figure out those values. But I don't feel like our generation got values in relationships, and that's a whole other conversation.
Okay.
So like I feel like it's difficult for me, in my opinion, to answer it fully because like I'm a value person.
Got you.
Yeah. Okay. But just general, like I love people, and if I'm vibing with you, like she just said, and you have a 9-to-5, right. That's just what you got.
Exactly. So it makes you think about, am I looking at your resume or am I looking at the person?
Because I'm not really with you for the money.
Yeah. And a lot of people say that.
That's not what I'm with you for. I'm with you for what you, I need the emotional connection. I don't need your money. I can go buy anything I want.
Oh, can you? Miss Bags?
I mean, I might not be able to afford it, but I'm going to still buy it if I want it. Right. I don't have to ask you to go like, damn, could you get my nails done? Can you get my toes? I can do that. Right. I can do that myself. I was doing it before you, and I'm going to do it after you.
Facts. Right.
So I don't need you to, I need you to be able to connect with me mentally. It ain't about what you do and how you do it.
Values.
And I'm actually, since y'all just said that, since you said values, let's go ahead and dive into values though. So when you're talking about, it's about your values. Can you be with somebody? Actually, before we even go there, what are some values that you feel like a person needs to have, or some things that a person needs to value to align with you?
Well, I mean, basically, since I am, I guess, developed in myself, and this is a great question because I feel like college definitely helped knowing myself in terms of what I would want to value in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. So I would say honesty for sure. Yes. If we talking just like general honesty or honesty within yourself, I need you to be completely honest about yourself, who you are before we align. Okay. And get some stuff popping. Facts. Then I need you, if you're not an entrepreneur, I definitely need you focused on something. Like, you gotta have something to
we're gonna talk about that.
I don't want to be your sole focus because I am my sole focus.
Yes.
So I gotta focus on me. Yeah. You focus on you, and then we can definitely align. I'm also valued in my faith. Not saying I go to church every Sunday, but I believe in a higher power. So I need you to, get your soul right. Get your appetite together, and then we could make some.
We can meet in the middle.
Like that's some simple values that I have for sure.
So their faith, and then their honesty with themselves, and then their focal point, like what they're focused on. Okay, Miss Kennesha.
I definitely feel the focal point.
Hey, I felt that. You feel me? Because we're gonna get into that one.
Because I feel like I do want to be your focus, but I also need you to focus on something else. Yeah. Because if you focused on me, you're going to distract me. And now I'm focused on you, and I'm not focused on what I need to do.
Doing. And we're entrepreneurs.
And because, listen, y'all. I just got on my calculator the other day, and I calculated how far I was from $1 million.
Okay. Listen, come on.
I want you to know that I'm sitting at 1% of $1 million. And I want you to know when you think about that, 1% of $1 million is not a lot of money at all.
Facts.
5% is $50,000. Do you hear? 5% of 100%.
Right. No, I get you.
you don't need to just be focused on me all the time.
If
you not focused and I'm not focused, we gonna be broke.
Nah,
and we gonna be singing that same song. Like, yeah, next year is gonna be our year. It's gonna be our year.
2021, we got it.
You know that meme where the girl walking up the steps? It's gonna be each year. She gonna be walking up the steps, and we still ain't there. Right? She's still just stacking them steps.
Still stacking the steps. Got a bag of problems and shit. Yeah. I feel y'all now. When I think about vocal point, I think about. So I feel y'all when y'all saying I want you to be. Kennesha, you actually said I want you to be focused on me and you, right? Like I do want. That was honesty.
50-50.
I'm with Jada though.
Sure.
I really want to know that you are focused on yourself, because that's the only way I feel like we're really gonna build. Like if you're not focused on you, but you so focused on me and what I'm doing, then what are you doing?
If you focus on me, you might be helping me.
You know what I'm saying? But what are you adding up?
Come on and come out, cut some fabric for me.
Be my intern. Let's go.
Send these emails.
Right, come on, baby.
No, but for real, work with me for real.
Yeah.
But that's really real though, because I've had many women. So with the podcast, it's like a lot of women.
You said you
feel
had
like,
many women,
right? No, you said that real sly though. You did.
But go ahead.
Come on.
In my days, you feel me? I've dated women and I've had different situations where women feel like I don't include them in what I'm doing, right? But it's not that I'm not including. Sometimes, and I feel like y'all can speak on this. Sometimes people just don't get it, right?
Yes, I totally agree
they
with
just
that.
don't get it. So when
I
I'm dating a chick, I low key am already coming in kind of guarded, right? But I'm coming in guarded because there's some things you don't understand about when we talk about podcasting. You ain't never been on a mic. You have never done no marketing on social media.
Right.
So and that's not a knock to you.
Yep.
But I'm not going to share those things with you because I like your support. Like,
you
got it, babe.
Yeah.
You got it, babe.
Yeah,
Well, that's a cute post. But if I ask you like, hey, what time should I post this, or what should my caption be?
Right.
Can you really help me though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Then you're gonna make me mad. Then I'm mad. Then I'm mad. Like, okay.
So now I'm like, that was dumb as fuck.
Now
So
I call everybody in my phone and ask somebody else. Then I feel like I'm like, damn, do you be doing this?
You're right. Like, in their head, bro.
But that's the thing. So I feel like it's cool if I don't date somebody that also does a podcast. But in that thing of like what B Simone said, I feel like in those years coming, I do want to be involved with somebody that understands that there's a different type of lifestyle. Even if I'm dating a chick, like you said, if I'm dating a chick with a 9-to-5, that's cool. But I want you to
want to understand.
That's
genuinely,
Okay.
want to understand, because some people like when they're dating you. They're like, oh yeah, this my babe, so I fuck with it. But it's like, no, I need you to feel me though. Yeah. Like I need you to feel where I'm going. I need you to be like, damn, babe, I think you should do this, and maybe you should do this. And can I give you some ideas? Right. Not just you doing so good. I'm not doing good every time. I'm not doing good every time. So don't lie.
Yeah, facts.
Like I need you to be raw with it. Like tell me what's good.
That's that honesty I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, you need honesty, and it comes in layers. Like everybody is not gonna be honest, especially when you first get in there, because I don't want to hurt you. You know, feelings is fragile and shit. So everybody is not gonna. Especially when you're dating entrepreneurs, like I feel like that's a real thing, because we are very like into what we're doing.
Facts.
And you be really emotional.
I care about my
and
shit.
sensitive, so it's like, damn, I might not want you to be honest in the first 6 months. Hold on. You feel me? Wait till
don't tell me yet.
Right. Take it slow.
Take your time.
Take it slow. Have y'all ever dated anybody who didn't understand?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Their lifestyle? Tell me about it. Who going first? You feel me? I can tell y'all. I can go first if you want me to.
Ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like I was telling y'all about the women, right? So I've dated women where they just don't get it. Like even when I get like, even when I'm trying to do games or whatever, y'all see my games on social media, right? And the engagement, why that bitch writing you? Damn, she can't reply to the game.
It ain't even about that.
Like, it's not.
Now you piss me off.
Yeah.
Now I'm
mad. And I didn't need to be mad.
Like, why are you on that? Even I got a great story for y'all. So I just had a pool party a couple weeks ago. Hey, it was a vibe. So whoever came out, thank y'all for coming through.
I wanted to come, but I had issues going on.
You gonna share the issue?
I had to fake quarantine.
Oh my god.
I had to fake quarantine, so I couldn't leave.
Wow. Okay, 14 days. This is cool. It's cool.
Okay, I'm
so look, it was a bomb ass pool party, right? But I ran into a problem where women that I was involved with or whatever felt as if I was giving too much attention to certain people.
Move around.
Are you single?
Huh?
Are you single?
I don't really, you know what I'm saying?
It's a yes or no. It's a yes or no.
Look, I am.
It's complicated. He put it's complicated on Facebook.
It's an entanglement. That's what the fuck it is, all right?
Words of Jada Pinkett Smith.
Right.
Oh.
So look, you feel me? I'm entangled and shit, you know. But the thing is though, so at the pool party, bro. Honesty, you love it, right? Transparency.
I'm not even mad.
Transparency, right? So at the pool party, there was women that felt as if I wasn't showing enough attention to them. I was doing too much with this person and that person. I'm like, look, I'm hosting an event, right?
I have to talk to everybody.
I have to talk to everybody. Period. This is my podcast. This is something I'm trying to grow. This is one of my first events as well. Yeah. And it was successful. But my thing is, you got to come knowing what comes with this job, right?
It's gonna be bitches at the pool party. It's a pool party. It's gonna be bitches here.
Everywhere.
It's gonna be bitches that's cute. So, it's gonna be bitches that think
I'm
cute.
not inviting ugly bitches to the pool party.
Period. It's not happening.
It's gonna be a few, but it's bad bitches.
It's not happening, bruh. That's bad for the brand.
Give me a sprinkle. You feel me?
But that's none of our business. It's probably a friend of a friend.
You feel me?
I didn't invite him.
It's a brand, and it's my motherfucking brand, right? So anybody that's here, it support me at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck if they friend told them, they other friend told them. They support me. So at that point, I feel like you need to take a step back, sit down, and shut your fucking mouth. You know?
Yes, that's
right?
how I feel.
So that was my example. I have been in a situation or situations where people, I feel like they overstep the boundary to where it's like, yo, like this is my shit, and like if you can't understand that, I don't think we're gonna ever move. Well, I've actually had to ask somebody, like I've had to ask a chick, like, yo, if you can't, you know what I'm saying, do you think you're going to be able to handle this? Like, I had 100 followers, but I'm still asking her, do you think you're going to be able to handle this? Because this is going to grow. This is what I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to reach out. You feel me? Are you going to be able to handle this lifestyle? Because if you can't, I understand that. But can you really handle it? You feel me? So I want some tea on y'all though. So what's some situations y'all done been?
That's honestly the only type of similarity I think I have, simply because I do events also.
Got you.
So it's always like that for me, and I feel like the last situation definitely was like that in college. Like that was like my first like real, I guess, relationship.
Okay.
And I actually started doing those events in college.
Got you.
And it was all in my house. So I'm throwing house party bangers.
Got you. Bangers.
At Kent State.
I remember those. You feel me? I remember
those. Yeah, them was always real.
Yeah.
And mine didn't, like, who I was talking to didn't live in Kent. Like, they lived somewhere else. So when they would come through, they wasn't used to me always having, like, these bangers and, like, these, girly girls and models from the fashion school coming through and, like,
for sure,
getting the party lit. And it was always a situation because it's like, damn, like, you really this person? Like, yeah, nigga, I'm really this person. Like,
I'm really that.
This ain't gonna stop. Like, it's gonna keep going.
Right.
Are you good though? Right. But yeah, it's really those conversations. I think that's the honesty and transparency. Like I said, everybody doesn't come with it. Like, I didn't know I was gonna start doing that in college. I didn't know that, people was gonna be receptive. But then when you realize, dang, it's about the brand. It's about the overall aesthetic of what the brand looks like.
For sure.
I mean, it's just that conversation. Like, I mean, what are you doing? Like, are you working on something? Because if you're working on something, then you can understand what I'm trying to do.
Yes.
But if you're not, then, I got to break that down to you that I'm not that type of person in a relationship. Like, first, I'm a Capricorn. I need my bread.
Okay.
So that has to be established first.
I'm a Scorpio.
If that's not established,
I'm a Leo.
Right, I'm a Scorpio. Let me throw that out there real quick.
Y'all didn't know.
We plugging zodiac signs and shit.
You feel me? Like, I can't not have my solid foundation of money together.
Okay.
And I don't care how old I am. I don't care how old you are. You're going to have some money.
Facts.
We're going to have a conversation about how that can happen.
Okay.
But that came with growth also. But
yes.
Just knowing, like, you can't really go nowhere without that honesty. Yeah. So if you can break it down to whoever you're talking to and be like, all right, yo, this is what I do. This is how I am. And most likely it's not going to stop.
It's only getting bigger.
It's going to get better.
Yeah, for sure.
So, make sure you either got something to hold down yourself to bring it to this table or come be my support.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Kennesha, what's up? Give us an example. You know what I'm saying?
So I actually, when I was in high school, I started designing in high school. I went to Career Center. I went to Fort Hayes.
Okay, shout out to Fort Hayes. Feel me?
That's a good
soft plug.
Sure. But then, when I graduated, I was dating somebody my senior year, and we dated up until I graduated college.
Okay.
Now, it was a point where we lived together, and I just remember one day, right before I don't know, we had to be arguing or something.
Got you.
And I just remember him, like, saying, like, oh, yeah, fashion is, like, not a real job. And I'm looking like,
damn.
I'm like, it's not a real job. And yeah, like for me, like, you know, I don't ever, some people know, but like fashion is very personal for me. Like, you know, when I post stuff and I'm posting pics, like, or I make stuff for people, yeah, you know, I definitely did it for you, but I'm like emotionally connected to it. Sure. It's something deep about it. I'm not just making this just to give it to you and it's $2. Right. I made it because I really wanted to do it. Right. So I just remember him saying like, yeah, that's not a real job. Like people don't need that. And I'm like, I just remember like leaving my house crying because I'm like thinking like, damn,
really hurt by that shit,
like, damn, this is what I love to do. Mm-hmm. And you just told me that it's not a real job.
People don't need that. That's deep.
You know, and I think what you're saying, go ahead.
And I just remember, you know, it was like I was doing multiple shows. Like, he wouldn't come. He like, I don't really like that environment, blah, blah, blah. Damn. Like,
nigga, just come.
Fuck that. Right. It doesn't matter. And that's a big thing with, you know, support with your spouse or whoever you dating. Because damn, I do want to look out and see you.
Right.
Yes.
Like I'm coming home to you. I'd rather you be there. I'd rather you be like, damn, you want me to get the models together for you? You want me to help you with this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be solely invested in my business, but I want you to understand what it is that I'm trying to do, and I want you to help me. I don't want you to be like, yeah, like, you know, you probably should just
you
stop.
doing this and shit.
Right. You should probably just, you know, go get a job for real. Like, a real job.
But sometimes that's really how it feels. Like, it feels like that's what they're saying.
It's like, damn, you stabbing me in my back right now. That's how I felt. Like, oh, okay, you throwing daggers.
Yeah, for sure.
But then if I throw a dagger back, it's an issue.
You're right. You're not you ain't going to like
it.
It
ain't going to be the right dagger. Yeah. So, that was definitely tough. But I feel like, honestly, forget, you know, like relationships with somebody you really want to be with.
Right.
Me and my mom, night and day.
Yeah.
We the complete opposite. Again, like I said earlier, my mom is 401k, and I'm like, we'll figure it out.
Right.
And she wasn't really. I remember one time, like, she was just like, it don't seem to be really working out. So it got to the point where, you know, I've done Fashion Week in New York. I don't even tell my mom that I'm going to New York. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to go out of town tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really go into it because I just feel like my grandma always told me, she like, you can't tell everybody your dreams and you can't tell everybody your plan because they going to try to deter you from whatever it is that you're doing, especially if they don't understand. And I'm sure all of our parents are probably around the same age. Yeah. They don't look at nothing the same as we do. They are the complete opposite. They wonder why we okay with being broke as hell. Right. And really loving what we doing though.
Right.
And meanwhile, I'm like, Mom, you're at your job, and I know you really don't want to fucking be there.
Right. Yeah.
But I get, like, most of our parents also, they've held the job for so long. Yeah, you done been here for 20 years, and you done moved up. You done got paid more. Yeah. So now you a slave to that job. Because you done got real comfortable with the job. So it's just like, but we don't look at it like that. We quit a job in a heartbeat. Period. Hey, actually, fuck y'all. I gotta go. Like,
right now it's pending, okay? Look, I told my friends, I'm like, look, I even told my grandma the other day, I came home, I said, Grandma, look, they got till motherfucking end of August. If I don't get a job, I've been slaving, I've been raping the fuck out of Indeed, all right? If I don't get a job by motherfucking September 1st, my job is going to miss me. Like, I have to quit. Like, I feel like I'm at that point where,
when you feel it,
it's that break.
You gotta go.
You feel me?
You gotta go. Sure.
Walking into these doors every day, it's really like, I call my friend
it hurts
one day,
you.
I'm like, bro, like, my mental health, I'm about to break down in this office.
Mental health is real.
My mental
I'm in here about to pull my hair out
by this job, right?
No,
and it's like,
I feel that.
We're in our 20s and we see this shit. So our parents,
y'all 40 in that bitch, mad as hell. I don't have time to be that mad at 40. I'm not doing that. I'm about to be 50 stressed the fuck out about a job that I done had for 30 years. I'm not doing it.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
No. And
that's our generation is like, nigga, fuck that. If we don't like it, we leaving.
We're the realists. We're the realists.
No, it's funny you say that about your job because I work at Victoria's Secret.
Okay.
Kinda. Because of the virus, whatever you want to call it right now, I don't know. And I had told somebody at the beginning of this year, like the first day of this year, I was like, this is my last year working, period. I'm not working no more after this year. I'm done after this year. Then the virus hit.
You're like, damn. Actually, COVID, I'm going to stay.
So they just called me like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like,
You scratching your head and shit.
I'm like, how do I finesse y'all for like 2 more weeks to get more unemployment and then just let y'all know that I'm leaving?
Talk about it because
I'm about to be like, hey, I'm actually my grandmother's caretaker right now, and we're looking for a home health aide, and when we can find that, so let me give you guys a call back in 2 weeks. I'm not quitting though.
Right.
So let me get this checks coming, and then I'm gonna quit.
Right.
And then I'm gonna call y'all and be like, "Hey, go ahead and run me that vacation time that I didn't get to take, and cash me a check. Thank you.
No,
but somebody told me earlier in the year. I had told them, I said, "Yeah, this is my last year working. December 29th is my last day. That's my brand's 3rd year anniversary."
Wow.
And she looked at me and was like, "God gonna take you out of that job before that." Yes. So then when the virus hit, I said, damn, God.
Is that you? Is that you?
Is this a sign?
Right.
Do you want me to leave?
Right. Hey,
you want me to bet on myself, God? Because I can't tell. I'm scared.
I'm scared, right.
That literally be. But even like speaking on our, like your mom, like my family, like even your family, maybe you can speak on it too. They just, like you said, don't understand. Yeah. But it's really about that communication piece. Right. So how can we be more expressive about, like, this is my shit and this is what I really want to do? Like you said, your grandma told you can't tell everybody your dreams. Well, if you're not really telling them where you want to go, then how would they be able to understand?
My mom's going to understand when I'm on the Forbes list.
I feel like I feel like I used to
like, damn, Mom, here's the magazine. I'm on the cover.
Right, there you go.
I used to have that perspective, especially in college, but I feel like, let's see, my mom's a Libra, so she needs things to be, like, balanced out.
Got you.
So with me being a Capricorn, I feel like that's our, I don't know, that's our beef.
Yeah.
Because we be like, just like you said, you and your mom. So I feel like until I was able to, like, literally show her certain things coming from our brand, like, whether it was, like, money or literal people wearing product or, like, people coming to events, that's what that generation needs to visually see shit. Like, they literally need to see it. Yep. Because if they don't see it, it's just you talking. Right. And you talking, and it's
they feel way better seeing it. Like, oh, okay, maybe my daughter
is doing that shit.
Yeah,
okay.
to believe it.
To believe it. Then they start telling their family, telling their friends, like, oh, okay, so my daughter be. Then they start inviting. It literally, you got to show them, though. And it's like, them first couple times I was saying it, no, it wasn't hitting at all. Right. And that definitely killed confidence. Like, I'm not even going to count.
No, it does.
It's because it's your parents, too. Your parents, like, damn, Mom.
Like, for real?
Like, I really like this. And you, like, telling me no.
Yeah.
Like, well, what? I don't want to do that.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to. And then that, with me, I'm such a rebel. And that's my brother. So he could tell you, too. Like, I don't do nothing I don't want to do, period.
So
everybody around me gonna feel that. And if it make y'all feel some type of way, I don't give a fuck.
I need you to go ahead and
I'm so serious. Like, I was working the shoe department prior to me actually, like, getting out of college and, like, doing all that. Because, I mean, you know, I was doing super entrepreneurship shit while I was a kid. I did not treat myself like I was about to graduate and get a job. I had set this shit up to be like this.
On purpose. Same thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So when I got out, I was like, all right, damn. Only reason why I'm getting out and actually getting a job is for my mom.
Right.
For her to be like, damn, I ain't waste all that money for you to just come over here, be on this indie shit.
Yep.
So I'm like, in my subconscious, like, damn, okay, shit, she right, shit. She put me through this shit. Might as well use this degree. Go get a job.
Right.
I go get the job. I'm in shoe department. I'm finessing. Yeah, I can sell anything. I don't want to do this shit, though. Not on no basic level. At least put me in here as a manager. I got a degree.
Right.
So
right.
I'm in this like, damn. So
say that.
Going through that, we tripping basically in my mind, going through hella just depression because I'm like, I got a whole degree. Why am I here? Yeah. So going through that, staying for like maybe a year and a half, then I get the breaking point in my whole heart and soul. Like, yo, you gotta go. And it's just like, if you get that in your mind, anything outside of your like reality is gonna match that. Because that's really how you're feeling. So it don't matter how long you say you're going to stay there. It don't matter how many more checks you say you're about to get. Something's going to happen in your outside life that's going to make you have to leave that situation.
Facts.
And that's what it was for me. It was literally some dumb shit. It was like I was walking around showing a customer something, and like corporate was there, and I didn't know.
Okay.
So corporate's there. I go in the back to take my break, and my manager, she come to me. She said, Jada, can I talk to you for a second? I'm like, yeah, what's up? She's like, yeah, so we just saw you on the camera, and apparently you whipped your phone out and you were texting. I'm like, huh? When I do that?
I'm gonna go ahead and head out.
You're pressed.
You feel me?
Right,
wait. I'm like, wait, what?
I'm gonna head out.
So she like, yeah, I mean, corporate said. I'm like, corporate? When did corporate get? I'm like, you know what? it's really okay.
Right.
Jennifer, it's fine.
Jennifer.
Because, you know, I told you I didn't want to be here no more, and I've been asking for certain things to be done, and it's not happening. So I just feel like it's my time to go. And I literally gave her my shirt. Yeah. So that was the end of that, and I blocked her number. So it's like, it's no issue, it's no beef, but you really got to believe in yourself and God. You got whoever you want to believe in, but you got to believe in that source. Because then it's like, damn, the depression came after that too. So shit, I quit now. Now I'm really flexing my shit, doing what I said I wanted to do, but it's scary as fuck. Yes. So I'm sitting out there, damn, what I'm going to do? Well, I did this in college for a reason. I finessed myself and put myself in this position for a reason. Yeah. What did I do? I taught myself how to hustle. Yes. Do that shit. And that's all you do. Yeah. Did that shit, figured out, okay, let's basically stack all the bread that I was making from this job, which wasn't shit, y'all. Like, highest check to date that I know I got was $426.07. It's not shit.
The fact that you remember it is how you know that it was not what the fuck it should have been.
So I'm stacking them checks because I knew if I stack these checks, my way to quit is going to be to throw a pop-up shop after this shit. Put all the checks I got, invested into a space for a pop-up shop.
That's a good idea. Thank you.
Literally made 2 bands between Cash and Cash App on the pop-up shop day. That's what's up. So that shit happened. Yeah. Then we offset into all the other shit niggas been seeing me doing for about 2 to 3 years. Right. But yeah, that whole part matters. And that whole part about your parents matters too, because that source, especially if you still living with your parents, that's your guidance system. Even still, you could be 26, you still operating like you 16 because these your parents. Right. So you looking for that affirmation, you looking for that, am I doing good, mom? Am I cool? This good? Right. And they ain't giving you that, you gotta learn that shit for yourself. You gotta tell yourself, hey, this shit raw as fuck. Yeah. Hey, this shit fire.
Yeah, you gotta tell yourself that.
And that's the thing. It's a mindset thing. It's a perspective thing. And like we were saying, even when I introduced it as, are you really on my level? Sometimes your family ain't on your motherfucking level.
No, they're not.
And that's okay. And y'all both have spoke to that. Y'all both have, like, had testaments to your mom, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that can deter us from our dream or where we're supposed to be.
It can be your parent. Yes. It can be your parent. Yeah. And you want to know the funny thing about our parents, to be real? What's up? Especially about college. When you think about college, how many of our parents really went to college?
That's the thing.
Let's think about it.
And finished it.
And got a degree. So then now, 20 years later, you had a baby. Yeah. We go to college, get the degree, and you expect me to have the job. Yep. Man. Right after I get the degree.
You didn't even have it though.
Come on.
First of all, y'all just got good jobs because that's what era y'all lived in. Right. Y'all was, okay, I'm gonna go to this call center and I'm a manager and I'm a supervisor. And like my mom works she works at a lighting distributor company. Okay. So, any building that's being built, she puts in a bid to do all the lighting for the company. Okay. For the building. Right. Got you. So, she was at one job for like 18 years, 20 years, let her go, and then she went to another one. You've been there for 10, 11 years. Right. This is what you're good at. This is what you know how to do, but you got the job and you've been in the same field for so long versus us. It's like, okay, well, if I get a retail job, I ain't trying to be here for 20 years. It's not the same. It's not the same. And y'all getting paid. I'm like, Mom, you're getting paid at your job. Facts. Okay, retail is like the bare minimum and you want me to overdo what your job requirement says. Y'all want me to be in here whining and dining these people. Right. Facts. To give me no bread. I'm working all these hours. My check is nothing. Right. Nothing. And you still, in your mind, feel like that's what I should be doing because that's what you did. No, times is different. We're not even making no money. Stuff wasn't even
expensive. Making money on social media today, okay? Yeah.
So people is on YouTube, okay? It's millionaires on YouTube. Meanwhile, I'm in the 1%. No, really, at a job. Mom, I'm not playing with you. I'm not doing it. Like, no, Mom, for real. Stop it. Real. Because I'm over here about to ask my mom, what percent are you in, Mom?
No, I mean, that's real.
Because you're not in the percentage that you need to be in. So I don't want to hear it.
Millennials, I feel like would have took that perspective and like built their own lighting company or something. Like exactly, like on some like, okay, who needs lights? Music studios, art galleries type shit. Like, is our mind? I think is based off our generation.
We want to start something versus them. Let me say this because go ahead. Because over quarantine, I done seen a lot of niggas pop up with businesses. I know y'all done seen it. Y'all done seen it. Yeah. They not gonna be businesses in 2021. Oh God. Let's just go ahead and say that right now. Okay. Because I feel like a lot of people y'all
and your man gonna lie about. Go
ahead. Y'all just see people making money, so you're like, damn, I can make money off of that. Right. So I'm gonna do it too. Right. But also, these businesses not gonna be open. No. So, but everybody is not a boss. Yeah. Right. And I think that's what people don't get. And it's not a problem that you're not a boss. Right. Right. Because a lot of these people that are building companies. Somebody is going to need you to build their company. Right. So help them build their company. Yeah. You don't have a boss mentality. You're not a boss.
Have you seen that video?
And it's no problem. It's not an issue. Yeah, and I feel like our generation just thinks everything is an issue. if you're not a boss, you not doing good. And it's like, no. That's but if you're really good at your job and you making the bread, help that company and be a part of that company. If you not, like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm definitely a boss. I'm not a worker. Right. Okay? I want to say because I done been at too many jobs where I be like,
this ain't it.
Like, who are you talking to?
I mean, I feel like if you are gonna work, like, you gotta have like a boss mentality still, because it's like, y'all all just watch, and everybody's kids included, just watch the whole economy drop. So you can't simply think that your job is going to get you anything. No, right. Sure. So you got to come back like, okay, bet, yeah, I'll work this job, but like, how can I finesse like a side hustle? Facts. And you got to figure that out because, nigga, this is going to happen again. I don't know when, but it's definitely going to happen again. So you got to be able to project that.
It's about that mentality too, because even what I was about to say, Cash Doll had a couple, like maybe, this is like during quarantine, I played this game. It was broke mentality or broke mindset. Wow. And it was, Cash Doll had made she was on some like talk show for, I forgot what talk show was, but I'll post it on my social media and shit. But basically she was saying, I can date somebody. You don't have to be a boss to date me, but your mentality has to.
I need you to be able to boss.
You have to have a boss mentality, right? You can't be average. You cannot want me and be average. You have to want to have more for yourself. And kind of what y'all saying, everybody can't be a boss.
I don't want you to be comfortable at your job. I ain't saying sit at the same position for 15 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I need you to be the CEO.
No, for real. Like, do you know the CEO? Like, are you cool with a couple of other niggas in this job? Right, period. Like, what y'all be doing?
But, and I think another thing for people to understand and people that are listening, it's okay to not be an entrepreneur or not be a boss. It's okay not to walk that lane.
And I feel like that's the problem with our generation. I think our generation feels like everybody is supposed to be one. Like, no.
It's a trendy thing, though.
Listen. I went to a black business. Yeah. You know, we all for black business all the time. I will never stop being for black business.
But let's be honest.
But I went to Atlanta. I want you to know I waited for my food for 2.5 hours.
When we went to Houston, it was at a black place. At that point,
I already was committed on waiting for the food. Yeah. I already paid. Right. And I'm not really impatient. I'm actually like, like it is what it is. Like, I already done started weighing. I don't have nothing to do here. Right. I'm not from here. So it's not like I'm in a rush. Right. I don't have nowhere to be. But it's more so like I look inside, we can't go inside. So I'm like looking through the windows and I'm like, okay, it's like five people in here. I said, this is the problem.
Right, fact.
Because black people all feel like, let's all have restaurants. Yeah. And it's like, no. Let's help some people that already have one. Right. Because I think the problem, if we're talking about black people all want to be number one.
Yes, and we don't support each other.
We don't want to have a cluster of 5 and because even when I've had people help me, I'm like, I don't want you to look at me as being your boss or I'm telling you what to do. I just need you to understand the vision and I need you to just help me with it. Because obviously you got something that I don't have and I need you to just work with me for it. Yes, it is my name.
Yes.
And that's what black people can't get past.
They can't.
It's the name. It's like, damn.
Because even with me, like,
I'm making her so much money.
Right. Like, Taylor and Stephanie, I call like my team. They help me with ideas and everything. Like y'all see her back there. You feel me on the camera. Like they understand that it don't have to be about you. But I'm the type of person like it's our business for real. Like we're running this. Like I never want you to feel like
forget
I'm over
my name.
You.
Right. Don't look at that.
Y'all are prescribed too. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's another thing when we talk about support, bro. Because you was about to go into it. I will definitely agree with you. We don't support each other. Black people do not support each other. And I feel like there's a lot of like white businesses out here really flourishing because Bob and Tommy, they don't give a fuck about supporting Tommy.
They actually don't even like each other, but I'm still coming to spend that bread.
Exactly.
Because you got what I need. It's not about if I like you or not. It's like, damn, okay, well, shit. He's selling the fishing pole that I need, so I'm gonna go buy it.
I'm gonna go buy it to support Bob because I know Bob got the one that
I'm in here like, hey Bob, and I really don't like you, but
I'm gonna support you though.
I'm coming to get this.
But I mean, y'all know we not raised off like supporting black people. Like,
we not, and that's what it is.
Of each other. Like, we're literally raised to compete against each other. And I mean, you could take it to like the hood. You could take it to.
I need you to go with that.
Bring it all the way home.
I ain't never heard
Bring it home.
I ain't heard that with Jada.
Like, I mean, okay, if you just want to take it there.
Yeah.
We as black people, like you just said, want to be number one.
Yes.
That's not for no reason.
Okay.
That is literally generational, and it's usually definitely coming out in this generation. I mean, if you want to talk about the music we're prescribed to, nothing is telling us to team up, grab your niggas and go buy some land.
Okay.
Like, it's literally not saying that shit. It's saying the opposite.
Yeah. It's like, no, go get your own house, and we're gonna go get our own house too.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be neighbors, but I'm probably not gonna like you.
Like, it's get your own Glock, get your own bitch, get your own. Like, it's literally not teamwork. If you're not talking about music and we talking about how we're raised, we're not raised with money. We're not raised with group economics. That's what we're talking about, group economics. We don't know what that is.
Right.
Black people are very cliquey also.
Yeah. That too.
Especially in the city.
And we broke. So we can't be cliquey and broke at the same time. It ain't gonna work.
We ain't gonna get nowhere.
The reason why Tom is supporting Bill is because they was raised to do that. Literally.
Okay.
Tom ain't have to know Bill. Bill ain't have to know Tom, but they was raised to know about group economics.
White
and how
people
money
put
work.
a lot of personal shit to the side. Black people do not put personal to the side. They like, oh no, I don't like you from 7 years ago.
You ain't at me. You ain't
like
reply.
You, and I still ain't buying it.
And that goes
that's
into
the problem.
Money also. White people necessarily, and we don't have to say white. It's just how you raise. It's your mindset. Yeah. But white people generally do not have emotional attachments to money.
Okay.
Black people generally have emotional attachments to money. So if we emotional with the money that we, think is really ours and it's not, then I want to keep it close to me. I don't want you to have it. I just got it. Why would I want to share it with you? Who are you?
Right.
You my brother, but I ain't looking at you like that. Because if I do share it with you, you could really help me flip it. But I wasn't raised to help.
Raised to think that way.
You feel me?
Right.
So I'm not inviting you. I might invite that white person though. That's fucked up.
Right.
But we got to change that. Like, I think we the generation to honestly change our perspective.
Yeah.
But that's the answer, though.
But we have to actually do it to change it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, since we on this topic of support and the group economics, like you said, let me hear something about y'all's support system when it comes. We already talked about family. Let's talk about friends, though. Because I think one thing that people don't understand, even when you say everybody trying to be a boss, right? So during quarantine, everybody was coming out with lash lines, clothing lines, cooking. Hey, they was posting a whole bunch of plates that did not. Some of y'all plates did not look good, though. Keep them plates at your house.
Is that on styrofoam? Can I get it? Can I get it in the... Can you display it?
Facts, right?
Make it look like I should buy it.
But the big thing is the support though, because I'll speak for me to keep my podcast going. Like I really have some times where I sit and I'm like, damn, like even my closest friends that I talk to every day, you couldn't even simply retweet my shit on Twitter. You couldn't repost my shit on your story, but you were posting this bullshit.
The people that
that
support you are not your close friends.
I'm about to say,
that's the
like,
crazy thing.
You want to know how,
and I don't know what it is though. It's
I'll be real.
Go ahead.
Because, I mean, I'm from Cleveland, so I don't know how they do it in Columbus. But Cleveland
I can tell you how they do it in Columbus.
We real honest about not supporting each other. We will, And I think it's all based on, like, bullshit clout from whatever city you is. It's, clout from whatever city.
Okay.
But it's also, like, that ego of the city. The ego
it
of the
sounds like
city,
Columbus.
Yeah, okay, bet. Okay.
Sounds familiar.
The ego of the city is usually not... supportive of those people who were creative getting out of the city. Okay. So it's literally always, you could say a crab in a barrel mentality, but I'm just generalize it to haters. Yeah. So they literally are there to just offset you in your positivity. So you are literally creating a wave that either they have not seen before, they love so much and don't know how to get a part of it, or they simply just don't understand the shit.
That's the T, Jada. That's the T. And that's real, but all of that could offset us because now we like, damn, I got niggas that don't even support me in the city. How am I gonna reach out? How am I gonna get where I need to be if y'all not supporting? People need to understand. a little fucking comment will take me a far way. Like you said,
man, I be feeling real good off that comment. I be like,
oh my God,
I did not know you felt that way.
Exactly. I feel like the emotions, though, as entrepreneurs, we can't always express, and we can't expect what we think is our target audience to give a fuck. That's just period.
Yes.
So if you saying they not hitting on the podcast in Columbus, try Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm from Cleveland. I just drove to you.
Right. No,
so
that's
you
major support.
Like,
yeah.
That's a real thing.
Right.
So it's like sometimes you really just might not get that support from your city. I had to go to Houston while I was still in Kent. Yeah. So I went from being in Cleveland, going to Kent State, going to Houston, mid-Kent State, college career, end up staying there for 2.5 years just to get my respect from Houston.
Right.
Then I had to introduce my brand to Cleveland. I'm not from Houston. Right. I'm from Cleveland. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that clout got to be respected from outside your city.
And that's wild. It's like an inner circle and outer circle for real.
You want to know what's funny about Columbus? I personally feel like Columbus wants you to flex on them.
Okay.
Like, to be honest with you, I feel like if I was to go home right now and flash some money...
You would get
like I could,
right.
could, and not even to be cocky. I feel like I try to be as humble as possible. I'm not out here trying to let everybody know, like, yeah, I'm doing this. I don't have that spirit.
Right.
But if I was to go home and drop a whole bunch of money on my bed, they'd be like, damn.
You making it. You out here.
Wow, you out here. Now I like you.
For sure.
You got money. You got designer. You got this.
Right.
So I want to support you now. And it's like, but why do I got to do that?
Facts.
Right. Like, I shouldn't have to,
you shouldn't have to
do that for you to now want to fuck with me.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
But I feel like that's just Columbus.
I
feel like Columbus real
Rosy and shit.
picky on who they want to fuck with.
I mean, that's social media, though. I feel like
social media.
The reason why I literally am so far removed from those emotions is because I don't care about social media. Like, I literally have taken that aspect of life away from being able to judge me and what I do.
Absolutely.
So I'm not giving you power to give a fuck if I'm receiving this or if I'm not receiving it.
Right.
So if you understand my brand, that's beautiful. If you don't, that's beautiful too. It wasn't for you. It's so many fucking states. The world is fucking huge.
Needed that.
I don't have to give you my shit.
That's a fact.
Needed that.
And you have to know how to literally not give a fuck. Yeah. Even if it's about your city. We just talked about family. It's not hard for us to not give a fuck how our parents feel.
Right.
Don't give a fuck how your city feels.
Right.
I seriously don't. And I've gotten so far. I wouldn't have had 95% of the success with my brand if I gave a fuck.
You actually get farther when you don't give a fuck.
That's a thing.
They like, damn.
That's really a thing.
Period. And and you gotta move and that's how they get the respect. Unfortunately, it's backwards as fuck.
It's so
it is backwards.
And that's the thing.
That's why you be hurt.
We gotta talk about it.
You be like,
what the
why
fuck?
y'all not fucking with me up front? All right, like, I want you to fuck with me up front, not on the back end after 7 cities fuck with me. And now you like, damn. Especially like people, I always hear people say it. When I moved, you fucked with me.
Yeah.
When I came back, you like, damn, you really out here. And it's like, shit, I was out here when I was here.
Facts.
But you didn't see it. But when it looked like I was doing some shit in another city, you wondering why I wasn't kicking it with you.
But them the ones that wasn't even genuinely with you from the beginning. You got a lot
exactly.
You gotta weed that out.
You do. And you gotta understand that you were supposed to see them acting like they was fake fucking with you for real. Like, it's hella peons in the world. Like, you gotta weed them out because they gonna act like they fuck with you. They gonna retweet your shit for the first little 20 times. Then they gonna stop.
And it goes, you be confused.
Yes.
Like, well, damn, when I first dropped, y'all niggas was on my dick.
You feel me?
Y'all was really feeling me.
You feel me? Now I feel like it's stagnant. And that could really, like we said, deter you and knock you off your whole motherfucking path, right? And like you said, you dropped a gym. You said you just had to learn how to not give a fuck.
Really, like, Dewey, I can be transparent with you because we've been to college together. Like, I know how this shit go because I've been through several phases. Like, that's how I know I'm spiritually aligned with what I'm doing right now. I feel like people get tired of seeing you win. Yeah. And that's just what it is. Yeah. It's like if we was rappers and we was from a hating ass city, they tired of seeing you win. They tired of your mixtape coming out hitting. They tired of you getting that million. They tired of you seeing all these dope ass things and going on Instagram showing the world, and tired of you seeing Grammys and shit. They tired of it. So yeah, people really just be tired, and I think it's basically since social media is like the main source of what everybody got to see everybody life through. Literally, your followers get tired of you. And I think that's an honest thing. Like, we get tired of seeing certain content come in our timeline.
No,
so
facts.
We might just not like it.
Fact.
No,
we might just not retweet it. Yeah. So I feel like, especially on a local level, and those people, like our followers, are not doing certain things that we're doing, it might just get a little ego tired. Literally, like, damn, I'm tired of this nigga supporting her shirts. Like,
right,
she doing another event. Like, all right, bro, like, that shit fire, but she did it yesterday. Like, literally, like, that's the thing.
That's actually sad.
It's sad, right?
It's so sad, bro.
But you gotta not be tired of it. You gotta know, like, nigga, my shit fire regardless, and you feel that shit. Especially, I think if you're an entrepreneur, you're an empath as well. Like, you feel all this energy, but you just gotta, get it off of you.
And that's what it is. That energy that you feel, and that. Like, you kind of want to stay afloat, but, like, when it comes to support and stuff, that shit kind of helps you. It's like, it's really like your drug, for real. Yeah. Like, no, I don't want attention. I just want to know that what I'm doing is touching you.
Yes.
I want to know what I'm doing is impacting you. 100%, making you feel 100%. Some type of way, right? And when we don't get that, it could kind of, like, it could deter you from what you're trying to do. But listen, Jada and Kennesha came on here and talked they motherfucking shit. They said a lot of great things, y'all. So we're going to move into the checkout. I mean, not checkout. We're going to move into Temp Check, all right? So today, with Temp Check, we usually do movies. Like, we talk about a movie that's kind of based on what we talked about in the, the office. But today, the Temp Check is going to be y'all. We're going to temp check y'all. I want y'all to plug y'all's businesses. Since the quarantine, since the protests, everything that's been going on in our world, black businesses have came up. Supporting black businesses is a thing. I think, like, on Tuesdays, they do, like, a blackout where you only pay for black things, like black businesses. You only put your money into black businesses, right? So I'm going to allow Kennesha and both Jada to plug their business, kind of give us an overview of, like, kind of what got you started. You know what I'm saying? What you do. You already said you're a fashion designer. You do a lot of shit. You feel me? You do a lot of shit. You are a bag in itself. You feel me? INDI Media. INDI is a bag in itself. And I also want to ask you a question too. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all plug yourself. So who want to go first?
Kennesha, go first.
Kennesha, go first. Go first, Kennesha. So you said you're a fashion designer, right? What kind of got you started with doing fashion?
So fashion is actually kind of in my I don't want to say fashion is in my family, but the history of sewing is in my family. Okay. Like, my great grandmother used to sew. Like, she used to sew quilts, and it's so funny because I'm like, you used to be sewing these by hand, because I'm not doing that. And then my grandmother sewed, and I was just kind of the one that was interested in it. I was the one that was always by her, like, okay, yeah, make me this and make me that. And she always made me little outfits. But fashion has been in phases for me. When I was in middle school, I really liked styling. Like, I really loved going to the thrift store and just finding stuff and putting it together and doing all type of little stuff like that. And then when I got to high school, like, that's when I really started sewing and understanding what it was to actually make something. Right. And in college, I started doing shows. But, like, it's so funny because now where I'm at, don't ask me to style you. Because I be seeing it. People done commenting under my pics like, ooh, I need you to style me. I'm like, I'm not good at that. I know what I want to wear. I don't know what you want to wear. Like, but I can make you a piece. Right. But I feel like I've also... I feel like you grow in what it is that you want to do. Just like, now I do alterations a lot heavier than I used to. Okay. I said I was never doing alterations. I was like, I'm not about to be sewing people's stuff. Yeah. I'm not doing that. I want to make my own stuff, and I want them to buy it. But then as I got older, I thought about it was like, why wouldn't you make money in your field and you're the one that everybody wants to go to versus... I always hear people talking about they go to some Chinese lady, and I'm like, why? Why? Yeah. What are you doing? Right. She's getting old. She probably doesn't know. But I kind of do a little bit of everything. I do menswear, women's wear. I could do children's. Okay. I could do swimwear. Yeah. I could actually do knitwear. Knitwear just takes a lot. Okay. A lot. But what I'm currently doing is trying to rebrand myself. Because I think now what again, just growth. You realize what things need to change in your business. I realized that Kennesha Nycole is the company. Okay. And I realized everything else that I do falls under the company. Gotcha. So now I'm kind of switching over to, it's going to be DBKN, which is designed by Kennesha Nycole.
Gotcha.
I know people feel a little funny about I always hear, your name's a girl name. I can't wear that. And I'm like,
why not? Anybody ever heard of Sheila Rashid?
And I follow her. But a lot of people are you'd be so surprised how many people say that. Like, I couldn't wear a shirt with your name on it, my girl. I'm like, but crazy. I'm not kicking it with you.
I mean, y'all rocking Christian Dior. Like,
right, no, for sure.
Like, what?
And the funny thing is, when I really thought about like a lot of big designers, those are all men though.
Supermen, right.
And I'm like, well, I need to be the woman that come out and they like, oh, okay, Kennesha Nycole. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, even with making, you know, I've been making masks the whole quarantine. You know, I just realized, like, for me, you know, a lot of people making Dior and all of this stuff. Somebody asked me for some stuff like that. And I said, to be honest with you, I'm not doing that because I don't want to promote them. Yeah. Because at that point, you coming to me because you feel like I got something designer.
Right. Yeah.
I am designer.
Period.
Yeah.
You gotta have that
mindset. So I need you to come to me for my designer, not for
somebody
the big designer. Because at that point, I feel like we on the same level. My friend, I don't know, are you familiar with Starstruck?
Yeah, I know about it.
Okay, so, you know, when I was in Atlanta, I definitely took the time to flick up. Okay. I was definitely getting my pics off while I was in Atlanta. But one of the shirts he did is, it says, idols become rivals. Okay. That's exactly how I feel.
That's real, yeah.
I actually have never been the person to idolize designers. Like, even when I was in high school, I kind of used to feel bad because I'm like, well, I don't know, you know, what designer I like or whatever. But I realized that I don't focus on a lot of designers because I want my brand to really be my brand. I don't want to get stuck, you know, looking at what they're doing and then focusing my brand around it. Right. So I'm like, actually, like, you're not my idol no more. You're actually my rival because I actually need niggas to come spin that bread.
Because I am designer.
With me. Yeah.
I am the designer right with them. I'm just, you know.
I'm coming.
You know, y'all at A level. I'm just gonna give myself a C because I don't even feel like I'm lower than that. Like, you know, I'm at C level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a C celebrity. You know, y'all be
A's.
I'm C.
Right.
Thanks.
And that's cool because C's make money. So it doesn't matter. So I don't know. I just feel like business, it grows with your age also. Because I feel like I've just learned so much. I feel like I am still like searching for that team. I still do everything myself. And that's what's hard sometimes because a lot of people are like, can you do this for me today? And I'm like,
I really can't. I don't have the time.
I'm like, no, because I'm doing like 500 things. Like, you know, I actually am not sitting at home just laying in the bed. I actually be behind this machine like, okay, what can I do? Mind you, I got to respond to emails. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter trying to talk to all of y'all.
That's a lot. And
people do not get that. They do not get that.
It's deeper. It's deeper than what you see.
Right.
It's deeper than what you see.
Because I had to tell people, a lot of people love, you know, our generation love texting. Yeah. I will tell you up front, do not text my phone. Please don't text my phone because I will not respond to it. I'm going to open it and be like,
I won't respond.
Cool. No, for real.
Like, it'll be a while.
You better call me because I'll pick up the phone in a heartbeat. But if I see you texting me, I'm going to be like,
I'll get back to it.
You need this on Tuesday.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Tuesday come like,
oh shit.
Then I'm going to rush and try to do it. Like, okay, you needed this on Tuesday. I'm going to try to hurry up and get it.
Yeah.
But
it's a balance thing.
I don't know. It is definitely a balance. And I feel like a lot of people, I had to realize that with my friends too, because I remember one of my friends, and this is where you get crushed. You just get crushed so many times.
Go ahead.
I had a friend like, yeah, you're just like very unorganized and
Ooh.
And I'm like,
bitch.
But halfway, I am very unorganized, but I'm creative.
Right.
So I have such a creative mind that organization is no thought to me. I don't think about being organized.
Right.
And then when I think about being organized, I think about somebody else helping me to be organized. Because I'm like, I've never been organized. Yeah. So working to be organized is going to take me a long time. I'm not just going to be organized for y'all tomorrow.
That's that honesty though.
Even
honest with
even
yourself.
with creatives though. So much shit goes through our mind because we're thinking about the next step. We're thinking about what we're about to eat. We thinking about what we want to drink at the bar. Nigga, it's a lot going on in this motherfucking head. I'm thinking about a whole bunch
of other stuff. And y'all want me to think about responding to your email. You want me to think about making you something, And I think what I realized too with a lot of people, you know, it took me a minute to realize that social media was not my demographic at all. Yeah. They're not my demographic. My demographic is somebody who actually doesn't need to ask me the price. They just like, oh, okay. You know, and that's how I know if you can afford it. If you respond with the, oh, okay, I'm going to send it right now. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
You can afford my shit.
I'm at the, oh, okay now. Like, okay, cool. I'm going to send you your invoice right now. Yeah. But then the people like, damn,
you don't have no friends and family discount?
No, because I'm not Walmart and I'm not Target. I'm not
Walmart and Meyer, you not that? This ain't that?
No, I'm like, they're making billions of dollars and you asking me for a friends and family discount like I don't have bills to pay.
Right, no, give me my money.
Pay me or don't. But I feel like, you know, you just grow and you have to understand and you do, again, have to separate that emotion.
For sure.
And I feel like it took me a long time to figure out social media was not my demographic and also to not be emotionally connected. Yeah. But I feel like the other thing that you have to really disconnect from is you have to not feel like you're validating Instagram. Okay. And I had to take a step back because at the beginning of the year, I was doing outfit of the week. Every week I was posting a new outfit every week on Instagram. And I got to a point where I'm like, I feel like I'm doing this for y'all. I don't feel like I'm doing this for me. Right. I feel like I'm doing this just to show y'all that I'm working. Right. Because I remember I was in a group chat, you know, everybody in group chats with their friends. And we talking about somebody else. And I'm like, yeah, I just feel like he need to tap in. He's so good. Like, I feel like he need to tap in. And one of my friends was like, well, I feel like you need to tap in. And I said, well, you also need to tap in. Right. And it was just like, and with social media, it's because if you see another, I'm not calling anybody else a designer. And I say that humbly. Yeah. I do not call anybody else a designer. Okay. Another brand.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
I don't care if you just put out 15.
Yeah.
You didn't sew it.
Okay.
So if I just put out one, it takes me a lot more time to do one than to do 15. Exactly. I can't.
That's a confidence.
I can't do the same amount of things. Yeah. And when I was younger, I would have tried to. Right. Because money talked to me. Yeah. And when money was talking to me, I'm like, shit, I can have it for you tomorrow.
Facts.
Now I'll be like, no. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna give you the same product. I'm not gonna give you the same love in it. I'm not gonna give you the same work.
Right.
And even if it still take me the same amount of time, I know the difference.
Yeah.
Because if I'm thinking about it emotionally and being, you know, and I'm connected to it, it's going to be perfect. If I'm thinking about the money, I probably done fucked up multiple times. And then I done came back to it like, oh, I could fix this, but you know what?
Did this.
I could have did this. I could have did that.
Yep.
So I just feel like I'm at the point where I finally realized to say no and when to say no.
I'm still kind of in that. I'm still kind of in that, like that.
And the funny thing about saying no is, I feel like now you'll feel the no.
Yeah.
It ain't just about like, oh, I'm just saying no. It's like, nah, I can feel that I should not say yes to this. Yeah. I don't have time.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Like, I don't know. It's funny because I can get stuff done really quickly.
Yeah.
Right. Like, if I'm at home, I could probably knock a pair of pants out. And I just made a pair of pants the other day.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Okay.
But that's just because of how long I've been doing it and how if I'm focused on it and I really want to do it, I can knock it out that quick.
Right.
But somebody else asking me to do it that quick and I don't want to do it, I'm going to do something. I'm not going to have this somewhere else. I'm going to be, my mind ain't even there. I'm just, they paying me this amount. And
I'm about to do it. Yeah.
So I just learned that I needed to say no.
Yeah.
And I also used to stress myself out. Even, I remember when I was going to New York 2 years ago for a show.
Yeah.
I was sewing.
Okay.
In New York.
Yeah.
Because you're saying yes to stuff that you should have just been like, nah, like, let's do this next year. Like, I don't have time. And I'm trying to have the time. I don't have the time, and I'm forcing myself to have the time because I want the money and I want to do this and I want to do that. But I had to, the money will come. Yeah, you don't have to force it. And even Instagram also, when you're in a business, you look at competition a lot.
Yes.
And I've done it so many times. You'll be looking at like, well, everybody's doing this and everybody's doing the same thing that I'm doing. And I had to look at it like, well, if I got 5,000 customers and they got 5,000 customers, you know, Ohio's population is about 1 million. All I need is 5,000. And I'm going to be
And what's going to set me apart, too?
I'm actually good. I might be at 5% by the time I get the 5,000 customers. I'm going to get up to 5. I ain't even going to push myself to 10 yet. Because 10 is 100,000. I ain't even going, just throw myself
I love
quick.
that. I love that.
So I'm like, okay, 10%.
It's coming. It's
5%,
coming. Yeah.
It's levels.
So basically, you a designer trying to make it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you starting to figure out your worth and your value. And that's dope as fuck.
And your worth comes with your price. Because I have a lot of people with now, I'm just like, yes, it is this much. No, I am not changing the price. Right, exactly. It takes me this long to do it. Yep. You can actually probably find somebody else that'll do it. Or women have so many outlets. You actually can find this for way cheaper than I'm going to charge you.
So and that's cool if you do.
Yeah, I'm not mad because I actually want somebody to want a custom piece.
Right. No,
and want to spend the money for something quality. Because again, going back to the emotion, I am very emotionally connected to the pieces. Right. So I'm going to be salty if I see you selling it.
Nah, for sure. And that's true too. So like, do you charge
I'm hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I charge people.
Okay, so what
you mean?
Kind of give me an overlook on indie. Like,
in terms of what I charge, or
not charge? Okay, we can start with what you charge, but then kind of give us an overview of what indie media is, how you kind of got started.
I'll talk about what finding your worth feels like for a second before I do that. Yeah. I feel like I definitely had to find my price in terms of like, what I was comfortable selling my merchandise for.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And then like how I branded indie from the first, point of everything was that one, it's a media company, and in order for me to get people to understand the brand, I knew that I'm at a fashion school.
Facts.
So if I create a fashion line, there's my marketing strategy right there. Okay. People get interested in my brand. Yes. All my friends most likely are in the fashion school. Right. And if they're not in the fashion school, they're interested in fashion. Mm-hmm. So me using those different things, we're able to fuse the foundation of the brand. Facts. Within that, I'm looking at streetwear foundation. Okay, cool. If I'm making these hoodies right now off the fly, and what was that one brand? It was that one shirt that had came out. I want to fuck Rihanna. It was like
I never
heard
of that.
Maybe it's a Cleveland thing. I don't know. But it was a brand. It was a brand of shirts that came out that was saying like I want to fuck Rihanna, and I can't remember the name of the actual brand. Right. But they were selling their shirts for a crazy price. So I'm thinking to myself like, dang, like if they could sell their shirts for this crazy price, I could sell my shirts for like, at least $25. Yeah. And that's what I started doing. So mine came from me knowing I'm a college student. Okay. Me knowing that, okay, I'm a college student, and if I'm spending $25, it's most likely on some stuff I'm not going to talk about on your podcast right now. So if I know I'm doing that, I got to get my peers to understand that $25 might be a little bit more valuable for my indie shirt as opposed to what we,
Yeah, what you doing? What you rolling up?
So exactly, you feel me? So it's about looking at your target audience too, and then stepping in their shoes and knowing how to like, 100%. Find your worth within that. And then that I'll just, I guess, rewind into like the brand and how it started. And I feel like I was supposed to start it while being in college so that I could use kind of like Kent State as my guinea pigs to get the brand out. Yeah. Because I didn't know I was going to do that. When I got to college, I wasn't going to be an entrepreneur. I was, picking a major like everybody else. Right. So I got into it by basically being awarded a trip to South Africa. So basically I got to travel abroad. Mm-hmm. We go to South Africa, Johannesburg for like 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. And it's a business trip. Gotcha. And it's a nonprofit organization created it called the Keno Foundation. It stands for Kid Entrepreneurs Need Opportunities. Gotcha. So I go on this trip. I'm really just supposed to be a photojournalist because that's what I was doing at Kent State before I started doing all this stuff. I was just a photographer. Got you. So I'm doing all this photo stuff, getting invited to this trip. I'm just supposed to be documenting the trip, but I realized that all of the chaperones on the trip and all of the students on the trip are like business oriented. Mm-hmm. All of the chaperones are literally black CEOs. Got you. And all of the students are their kids. Yeah. So I'm just like, yo, what's up? Like, my aunt got me on the trip, but I feel like I need to ask some questions. Yeah. So I started asking questions, basically go from, documenting the different activities we do every day from joining into activities. So it was one activity that was doing basically like a mock business plan. Got you. I had never seen the business plan. Like I still in this mindset, I was not interested in business. Like I won't say I wasn't interested, but I just didn't know it was an interest of mine. Right. So I'm asking all these questions throughout the different activities. We do this little thing. They like, yo, you've been asking a lot of questions. You might as well do this activity. So I'm like, all right. The activity is basically, if you had a brand, what would it be called and what would it do? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I don't know. Like,
Let me throw something out there.
So the brand name, like the title, literally, y'all, God is real. It said indie in my head on some like when you hear yourself talk to yourself, that shit is real.
Believe that shit.
100%.
So I'm like, 100%. All right, indie. So I write that shit on the paper. A brand title, indie. So next thing is description. Like, what does the brand mean? So I'm like, I don't know. In my mind, it's like individuality. So I'm like, oh shit, all right, individuality. So everybody got to go up and explain their stuff too. So I'm like, damn, like go up there, basically say like, okay, so my brand, if I had a brand, it would be indie.
Yes.
Indie stands for individuality. Mm-hmm. And the lady, she's like, okay, well, what would your brand consist of? And I'm in that thing, like, I guess the stuff that I like to do, like, I like fashion, I like media, and I like helping people. And she like, well, that's perfect. Your brand don't got to be nothing else than what you like. Right. It's supposed to be what you like. Right. So you can make a brand out of fashion, media, and helping people. So I'm like, okay, like, what's up? So throughout the activity, they teach me how to complete the business plan. Apparently, my business plan was fire. Okay. So they like it, and she literally tells me, I want you to come to Atlanta so I can help you get this business plan started. Wow. So I'm like, oh, snap. So I go back to Kent. That was like, first of all, that was my first flight, y'all, ever going anywhere was to Africa. Like, first time on the plane, I go to freaking Africa.
That's dope.
So that happens, and then I go back to Kent. I'm probably there for a little week. I don't know if you remember they had the Kent launch pad down there, but I ran into the launch pad. They start helping me with like my business and stuff, and then I go to Atlanta. She teaches me how to do the business plan. When I get back, I link with my aunt, and she's a lawyer, so she is actually a patent attorney. Yeah. So she helped me create my LLC. For sure. Then after that, I literally was a CEO at 19. Yeah. But I didn't know what that meant. I didn't understand what that was. That was just like, oh, okay, you a CEO, but now what? What is like, that? Yeah. So I had to like research that. Okay, what am I doing with this brand? Like, how am I gonna make this make some noise? Mm-hmm. I'm in college. How am I going to explain this to my mom? Yeah. That, like, I'm really trying to be a business owner. What is that? Right. Ain't nobody in my family doing this.
It's a whole different split.
Mm-hmm. How do I do this? Yeah. So I literally, thanks to God, got to basically use Kent State, what I feel like as my guinea pig to do this, because I'm thinking to myself, all right, if I'm going to be here for 4 years, I got to make something happen while I'm here that's going to last me way more than 4 years. Facts. Because what I was seeing while I was at Kent was that my peers are like me. They creative. They not fucking with this college shit. Yeah, like, we 100%. Here. Yeah, facts. Like, we here, but we don't really, I don't want to say we don't want to be here. We here, but we not really here. Right. And we trying to figure out how we gonna do it. Like, how we gonna make it make sense. Mm-hmm. So I'm attracting all of these friends who are artists, musicians, painters, just vibers, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm just off intuition doing what I know, which is creating situations for people to come together. So it started from photo shoots, me doing photo shoots, to me being like, well, damn, shit, I was already doing photo shoots. Now I started this brand. I might as well shoot people in my brand. Right. Boom. Now I'm doing photo shoots for Indie on campus. Mm-hmm. That goes into, oh shit, well, I need somewhere to sell these shirts. Yeah. I'm doing, okay, now we doing events. Yeah. We got the events popping. We got the photo shoots after events while we got the merch. Yeah. So boom, you coming through, kitchen might be, whatever in the bedroom full of merchandise, literally. Whole house party. That transfers, so okay, I need y'all niggas out of my house. We gotta go into Kent. Like, give me a space. I need a gallery, I need a bar, I need something. Right. So I'm doing all of this stuff. I figure out how to finesse literally downtown Kent into an area where Black kids are not welcome to be creatives. So we do that. End up having, situations where I'm like, all right, I'm kind of bubbling in Kent. How can I get other people to, mess with this brand? Mm-hmm. I get the opportunity to go to a concert. I'm like, all right, I'm going to this internet concert. Y'all know the brand, the band, the internet. So go to this concert. My brand had already been successful on social media in terms of like people knowing what the indie merch was looking like, people wanting to know what it was, where to find it, all of that stuff. So we go to this concert, and then my friends basically get us to the front, and we go to the front. I got an indie shirt with me, an indie hoodie that I'm literally thinking like, I'm going to get this to see it, but I'm not thinking on how. Right. I'm just thinking like, okay, I'm going to get this shit to see it. So I go up there, my homie Jawan take the hoodie and he throw it on stage. And then it go to her drummer, and the drummer catch it. Okay. So I'm like, oh shit. Like, he just caught that shit. So he put it behind the drum set. So the whole show, they do the whole show. I'm looking at that hoodie because I'm like, bro, they gonna forget that that's there.
Right.
So they do the whole show. He don't forget that it's there. So he do the show. He come back literally only to get the hoodie. So goes back to get the hoodie. Then he like open it up, look at it. He like, I'm like, hey, get out to Sid. So he like Sid. I'm like, give it to Sid. So Sid walking like back because this is like after the show. We stayed because I'm like, nigga, I want to.
You need to see where your motherfucking hoodie went.
So she come from the back and she literally already walking to get it. So I'm like, nigga, this shit is happening. So she walk up and she like, this for me?
Yeah.
So my friend Jessica, she like, yeah, this is for you. This is my friend's brand. I'm silent. I'm in this bitch like, I don't know what to say, what to do. Right yeah. So she literally get it, bro. She put it on her body. And I'm in this bitch like, damn. When I say they took that hoodie on tour, that's how the indie clothes start popping. Like, literally, it's popping in Kent because niggas know me and I'm cool. I'm Jada. But that's how that shit went viral.
Well, because I even seen Nipsey have it. Like,
Nipsey. And that happened.
Like, that's deep.
That happened, 2018. But that's literally the start of me being like, okay, people fuck with my brand. That was that Sid play. Yeah. Sid and the whole band took that shit on the Ego Death tour for their first album. When I tell you almost everybody in that band had on that hoodie, everybody in that band had on that hoodie. By the time they toured Cleveland and we went to that show, the drummer had on the hoodie. Wow. So I'm like, goddamn. Yeah. That fast forwards into just me knowing how to understand my brand, right? So now I'm like, well, the brand is being able to be received from people who I don't even know are watching me. And that's the power of social media too. Yes, it's a power. So for sure. Understanding that that's a thing, then getting to a point where it's like I have to be confident enough now to flex my brand because it's literally in the industry right now. It's people that we listen to fucking with my brand. So I gotta come with that. I'm still a college student though. So it was literally like, just imagine being a rapper or something. And your mixtape blow up while you in college.
You like, what the fuck is going on?
What the fuck do I do? Like, how do
Should I drop out?
You confused. You like, damn.
And these are real conversations that I was like, my brother's in the room. Like, these are real conversations that we would have. Like, I was making money from my brand while still being in college. Like, nice amounts of money. Like, I never had a job while I was in college. Right. I couldn't keep a job because I didn't fuck with jobs. So it's like, I'd rather do. I'd rather. You feel me? Like, I'd rather not do this shit. Like, and the jobs that I was getting wasn't valuing me. So it's like, I know how to sell T-shirts on campus to y'all. That's what students. We're gonna do. Yes. We about to trap this out. Facts. After I do that, that goes into, okay, now I told y'all the story about me graduating. I can't just graduate and sell T-shirts. Literally, since that was the basis of my brand in college. That's because that's what I was around, fashion. So I had to make it make sense over there. Facts. Cleveland don't give a fuck about that. Yeah. I got to make it make sense to Cleveland now because I'm home. So I had to take that media aspect because I said this is a media company. It's not just a fashion brand. Right. I had to make that media make sense to Cleveland. That's where that money was going to come from. So if I'm quitting my job at shoe department, nigga, I better make something shake. For sure. So I had to figure out, okay, Cleveland ain't just going to keep coming to pop-up shops every Saturday. They're going to have to see something else. So I literally had to create myself kind of like a brand and marketing agency within myself and market myself to people who needed my services. So first it was like, okay, let me try this artist community. Well, if I'm looking at my artist demographic, we really ain't got no money. Right. Even if I'm trying to help these artists, like I said, I manage artists, some of them still don't got the budgets to bet on themselves yet. So I got to figure out how to get my bread as indie to validate my business and still care about these artists. Fact. So I figured out, all right, if artists can't pay for my services, companies could pay. Yeah. Let me try to literally brand these companies in this city that need my services. So I'm like, all right, bet. Nonprofits, they need some help. Cleveland art nonprofits specifically need some help. I'm an artist. Let's figure out how to literally brand these companies so that they need me every year. Yeah. And that's what I did. So
that's so fucking dope, bro.
Thank you, Dewey.
Yeah, for you and for you. Like, y'all are both entrepreneurs. Y'all both like made it happen off of nothing, right? Yeah. I'm not saying y'all didn't have anything, but y'all kind of stepped out on faith and made it happen. And like, that's a lot of things with the black businesses. Like, people are stepping out, trying to make it happen, and just don't know how. So I'm pretty sure y'all stories are going to help motivate, help get somebody on their feet or back on their feet and let them know, like, don't give a fuck about what people got to say. Don't give a fuck about what the price say because it's my price. You feel me? So I thank y'all both for coming on. Kennesha and Jada did their thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know how I do with my episodes. I'm going to give y'all a pin. Y'all going to plug myself. You feel me? Jada said believe in my shit, so I'm going to believe in my shit. So I gave y'all pins. You feel me?
I love pins.
Thank y'all again for coming on, bro. This episode was special, and it was special because we hit so many different dynamics. We hit the relationship dynamic. We hit, are you really on my level? For a family, we hit support. We hit the thing of black businesses. We have to come together, bro. Yeah, quit trying to hate on motherfuckers. Quit hating on me.
Just because you got your meal 3.5 hours later, help them.
Look, me
go
and
apply.
Kennesha, go apply. At 1%. Okay, we at 1%.
We at 1%. Okay.
So look,
that meal ticket for.
Period. So look, y'all, we in the quarantine. Well, we ain't really quarantine, but we about to be back to quarantine soon. You feel me? So look, tap into Jada INDI Media. Tap into Kennesha Designs by Kennesha Nycole. You feel me? Go ahead and plug y'all social medias before we get up out of here. But I just want to say I'm thankful, bro. I'm really thankful.
Dewey,
this is good. This is good. Who going first?
I can go first.
All right, go ahead.
So my social media is INDI Media, and then you can also follow INDI Music Group.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Mine is
Miss Mamas, Miss Bags.
Oh God, not Miss Mamas. So my business page is Kennesha Nycole LLC, and then my regular page is designer.Kennesha Nycole. Or you can go to my website at KenneshaNycole.com.
Yeah. All right, so look, if y'all are watching this on YouTube, y'all already know it's gonna fall. When they say it's gonna fall in the little message and shit, like I'm gonna have it pop on the screen. You feel me? Yeah. I'm gonna also put y'all in the bio, so make sure y'all tap in with Jada and Kennesha. Get you some custom wear. You feel me? If you got a friend that's trying to rap, you know, hit up Jada and shit. You trying to come on the episode? Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? We trying to grow. Like we ain't there. We trying to grow. But y'all already know it's prescribed with the realest. So we say the things your friends won't say and your man gonna lie about, and we out.